Variations on a theme are fine, as long as there are, variations. It's been going on for years. Even the earliest electronic games took Pong and turned it into soccer and hockey, eventually metamorphosing into Breakout and Arkanoid and beyond. Gaming has always gone with what it could do, either limited or encouraged by available tech. Now, the Wii is whipping up new spins on marble manipulation, with Monkey Ball, Rayman, Wario, and even Zelda. How does Kororinpa Marble Mania help, or hinder the cause? Let's get the ball rolling. The Mania is spread across 45 normal levels, set in 4 motifs such as the woods, the city, and Candy Toyland. The tilting and twisting challenges come from various terrain obstacles that try to hamper the path to the red crystals needed to beat that level. There's also a harder to grab green crystal that's used for unlocking content. These levels start out innocently enough, and actually stay that way, with only a few real head-scratchers, like the giant apple. There's a counting clock, but no time limit, and no lives. Even the hardest level can be beaten within 5 minutes with this setup, and the longer levels even have checkpoints, draining the challenge from the game. While most of the game is just trying not to fall off into the void, the terrain tries to play havoc beyond unkind turns, with sticky floors and icy paths. These are joined by hazards like chomping scissors, malicious magnifiers, and magnetized railways. All are used sparingly, and often placed seemingly as afterthoughts. A nifty sliding platform that's controlled by the same Wiimote that's guiding your marble shows brief flashes of inspiration, as it hardly makes a cameo throughout the game. You can also play Marble Mania with a buddy via split screen. Here, the race element shines a bit brighter, but with no collision between marbles or tilting the other player's field, it's still ultimately a competition against the clock. With no lives and plenty of mid-level checkpoints, the average player will be able to whip through Marble Mania in a few hours, and the multiplayer component doesn't extend the experience much. When it comes down to it, Marble Mania feels like a polished tech demo, or a piece of shareware that will go on being unregistered indefinitely. The controls are tight, some of the best on the Wii yet, and the levels all make sense, but the game has a sterile feel, as if designed wholly by a committee of engineers and then painted with a veneer of basic pleasantries. It's obvious that it needed more time to gestate for a real experience to appear. You won't exactly suffer through it, but the humdrum nature won't have you going back to find all the crystals to unlock mirror mode, or trying to get good completion times for some new background music. And while the new marbles are all worth playing a stage or two with, even their novelty is warped by vapid logic, as they are the easiest to unlock. It's tremendously easy to walk away from Marble Mania thinking, that was an interesting experience, and that someone should really flesh it out and make a real game. This Mania is manic. It's a bipolar challenge swinging wildly towards the mundane, with only the occasional blip of opposition and aggravation that would be welcomed as liberators. The game is technically solid with fine controls, but it's like that chicken dinner Mom made 1,000 times. Sure, it's tasty and it's filling, but wouldn't you rather eat something else? Hopefully, the next Wii Tilt game can stick its neck out a little further and get away from Marble Mania's humble beginnings.